Okay guys, this is it. The last part of my top 10 favorite characters. I am so glad we're finally getting to the end of this. Anyway, let's go! William Penitentia, aka Pecos Bill, from Grimwood. Now, before you all go scream bloody murder that this does not count, well, screw. Damn it, this is my list, and he gets to be in here because I love this character way so much. If we're all done getting our knickers in a twist, I shall start explaining this character. Please and thanks. For those who know me and are watching this video, you know I love Pecos Bill. He's a folktale character, and as such, he has multiple interpretations. Alright, backstory-wise, they're all the same for the interpretations. Bill is born the youngest of like a lot of kids, ranging from like 13 to 18. His family moves west, but Bill gets thrown out of the wagon one reason or another and is found and raised by coyotes. Years later, when he becomes a full-grown adult, he learns that he's actually human. Alright, before I move on, I bet you're all wondering, Kira, if you love the character Pecos Bill so much, why didn't you put all the interpretations in the same spot? Why just one? Well, that is a very good question, and I happen to have a very good answer. The difference is my affection towards them. With the other versions, like say the Disney version, I love them like, you know, lover love them. Yeah. But Grimwood, but the way I show my affection to Bill of Grimwood, it's extremely different. What is it? My love for him is like a child's love for their parent. That's right. It's a parental love for me and Grimwood's Bill. And continuing on with like Grimwood's Bill's backstory, after some time being a cowboy, he is enlisted into the Civil War. Yeah, he was in his interpretation. He took part in the Civil War. He fought for Texas, so Confederacy, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. And he fought against another super powerful guy named John Henry. And basically their fight ended in a tie, which is all I can say. Anyway, sometime after the Civil War, he is enlisted by the President of the United States to form a new group called the New Frontiersmen. And in this group is, of course, is the following: John Henry, Casey Jones, Johnny Appleseed, Paul Bunyan, and Calamity Jane. And they basically tamed the Wild West, which is pretty cool if you ask. And during one of their missions, Bill met someone. Who is it? Well, if you know Pecos' tall tale, you know who it is. If you guess Slewfoot Sue, ding ding, that is so right. And Bill was completely smitten with her. And the two fell in love and got married. And now you may be inclined to say, oh, so she tries to wave Widowmaker and gets bucked to the moon, right? I wish I could say that, but it didn't happen in this interpretation. I'll tell you what happened. So, Bill and the group were following this target, and that brought them into dangerous Comanche territory, and Bill decided to go through because he thought his strength would get them through okay. But they were ambushed by Comanche raiders. They fought them off, but there was a casualty. Who? You're not gonna like this. It was Sue. Sue was killed in the fight. But that's not even the worst part about it. Do you want to know the worst part about it? Sue was pregnant when she died. That's right. Bill and Sue were gonna have a baby. Bill was gonna be a dad, but when she died, so did the unborn child, and basically, not only did Bill lose his wife, he also lost their unborn child too. I bet Bill felt like his world ended when she died, and I know what that's like. For those who know me, my mom passed away 3 years ago. She was my whole world, and just like that, she died. And I just felt so lost. Belle too, when Sue died. But Sue's death wasn't the end of that. Afterwards, Bill became disturbingly calm and eventually left. And his team eventually found him, after he slaughtered a tribe of Comanches, who were probably innocent in all this. And when I mean slaughtered, everyone was slaughtered. Men, women, children, even the animals. All dead. And this shocked Bill to his core. For that, Bill left. Eventually, he found another twister, lassoed it sucked him in, and took him and carried him off to Grim. But by coming to Grimwoods and joining the heroes, he started healing. He was able to open up about his past, being able to accept it, and may find love again in the form of the other team, like parent Mulan. Anyway, I really look up to this character. I mean, I have 3 pictures posted to my DeviantArt page that include this guy, 2 of which I did in school. One of them was in Kim's, and the other is being held up as a ceiling tile. Yeah, that's how much I love this guy. Anyway, I bet you're all wondering why Bill is only number 2 since I give him this much love and praise. Well, it's because Grimwoods isn't finished. Trust me, I feel really bad about that. Oh, and I have one more fact to share with you. What is it? Bill gets seasick. Okay, let's go on to the recap, shall we? And my number 1 most favorite character is... Guys, I think you know who it is. I made a tribute video about him and everything. And also...
On with it! Yes! Get on with it!
I will! Give me a moment, okay? Anyway...
Get on with it!
Thank you. Anyway, number 1 is... Cal from the Grey Garden. Now this, people, is what you call a cinnamon roll. I mean, just look at this. Oh my god, what a total cutie cinnamon roll. Oh, I just want to pinch those cheeks of these. Aw, cute. Cutie patootie, kawaii. Cutest character of all. I'm sorry. I got a little sidetracked. I'll get back on topic, I promise. Anyway, Cal wasn't always a nice guy. In fact, during the time of a great war where he and Etiu lived, he was a total evil guy. Like, seriously, evil. Eventually, after the death of their comrades, Etiu and Calb, after Calb's been sealed underground for quite some time, decided to stop the fighting and basically bury the hatchet and created a new world, the Grey Garden. And they also reincarnated their fallen comrades into a new, making them much more happier and content. And which is where we are today. However, Calb's not all that there yet. Yes, sure, the world is at peace. Everything's quite content, but Calb's still ashamed of the past. He's still angry at himself. He puts himself down. he basically doesn't care about himself. To me, honestly, he's a lot like Bill in a sense, both having done something terrible and that they can't forgive themselves for in the past, and trying to move on in the future for the present time. Only while Bill is in the process of healing from it, Caleb's not. He's really struggling. And I can really relate to that. A lot of my mentality nowadays is basically putting others before me, which is a good thing and all, but I kind of do it too much. And and I honestly think that's a bad thing, putting putting others before me too much. But I am seeking help to better feel good about myself, and Cal has a lot of support in the Great Garden, especially Etsy. But aside from that, what else is there to Cal? Well, he is actually a very serious character, but if that's good, especially with Etsy being so happy-go-lucky, joyful, you need someone like Cal to be serious and basically play the straight man. But oh, he can be really shy at times. And man, oh man, Cal has to have one of the biggest sweet tooths ever. I mean, look at this. He is such a sweetaholic. And don't even think about attacking his home, 'cause he will not hesitate to fight back. Just ask the antagonist of the Great Garden game. He learned that the hard way. And with that, I am proud to say Calb is my #1 favorite character. Yay, Calb! And with that, this concludes my top 10 favorite characters. Thank you all for enjoying, and I'm really sorry about that 5-month gap between part 1 and the rest of the parts. Yeah, that was kind of my fault. Anyway, see you all next time! Bye-bye!
Lives in a monochrome world, broken from the sight through her lonely eyes. It reflects the ocean and stars, but her cry echoes around the simple loss of love in her heart, making this whole fairy tale alive. Within sorrow's tender embrace, this was never meant to happen. Of the day, the only reason you have to stay. Hear me sing my song and just keep holding on. Cinderella, why don't you stay with me tonight? We will dance until midnight comes and we could run away. Oh, we will never ever be apart. Set aside all your fears, this magic lives inside your heart. I am here, would you wanna stay with me tonight? Follow me, we will run across the bridge of fantasy. Oh, all the pain inside is let it be. Believe in me, hold me close and never let me go. Come and stay with me forever. Magic lives so long as I am here.